Welcome to the video. My name's Will from Eccles Solar, and I have with me the latest generation flagship battery from Fox ESS. This is the EP12 Plus, and it is the brand new battery module that is designed for wall or floor mounting. It's compatible with all high voltage Fox ESS inverters, whether that's single or three phase. And these have been out for a few months now. We've seen a number of posts on the Facebook group and the community with people showing these battery modules off. But I don't think pictures are really doing it justice. So no one is really talking about this battery module and its features and benefits. So I thought, as I have one that I'm installing in the workshop to be doing firmware testing, etc. with, I would do a sort of thorough walkthrough review of its features. Now, I purchased this battery. Everything I say is based on my own experience, and I will be doing a follow-up video of how this battery performs when it comes to in operation. So the first thing you'll notice, if you're familiar with the Fox ESS EP range, is that it's a different color. So from late 2025, Fox shifted from the sort of dark silver gunmetal grey colour to this powder coat white. I think I quite like it, and it matches the inverter. So if you've got this mounted underneath one of the inverters, it looks the piece, looks the part. That's really the cosmetics. It is large. I do have the dimensions that I'm going to put in the description. It's a large battery. If you can tell from how long my arm is against it, I'm kneeling down, and it is a large unit. So it from a size perspective, but it isn't very deep. So you could mount this battery if you needed to have it mounted externally, maybe on a driveway, but still use the driveway if you haven't got room for something like an EQ or what used to be called the cubes, because they have a footprint. So Fox really are focusing down on two battery types now. They've got the EQ range, which is the stackable cube battery range. They go right up to 42 kilowatt hours, I think is a fully populated EQ 4800. They've brought out a slightly newer version called the CG6, which scales a bit further than that, but is ostensibly a very similar product. So if you don't want a towering battery, and you want a battery that comes in modules like this, and especially this module, which, while it's called the EP12, is actually 11.52 kilowatt hours, and its depth of discharge of 90% allows you to use quite a lot of that, obviously. It's got some extra features like a heater, especially in the UK market. I don't think you can order them without heaters, whereas the previous EP batteries, like the EP3, the EP5, the EP11, they came in both a heated and a non-heated model. I haven't seen anyone that is selling non-heated versions of the EP12 Plus, which makes me believe that for our market, it is the standard. Always worth checking with your installer. These are fully IP rated, so they're designed to go indoors or outdoors. All the connections are watertight, which is great. It is a big battery, so ideally being mounted outdoors or in a garage would be ideal, where you've got room to install it. It's also quite heavy. You are not going to be putting one of these in the loft. This is nearly 100 kilograms for just this unit. So unless you've got hoists and cranes and equipment, this is going to be a ground floor type of install. It comes on a very robust mount. So here is the mount that it comes with. You're going to attach that to the wall, and then the battery will lift onto it. Now, it is wall and floor mountable. It does have plastic feet on the bottom of it designed to be floor mountable. You still need to use the wall bracket so that when you mount it, it drops down to make contact with the floor. I have seen pictures where people have got these mounted one above the other, and you can scale these right from a single unit plugged directly into the inverter to 2, 3 or 4 modules all wired in parallel. If you're installing more than one of them, you have to have what's called a junction box, which is where all the high voltage cables connect into, and then a single set of cables go to the inverter. Your installer will handle all of that, but just to note, there's a smaller box that will be mounted around the inverter should you have more than one unit being installed. But with the size battery module this is, being over 11.5 kilowatt hours, which is about the average UK home daily consumption, I imagine these units will be quite popular as either a starting place or a full install, where you would just have a single unit connected to your AC or your hybrid inverter powering it. So yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles, being the flagship model, heating or the warming function to keep it warm and operating during those winter months, but also it's got fire suppression built into it. The performance of the battery, this is a high voltage system, so its nominal voltage is 384 volts. It goes right up to 438 volts when it's fully charged, or that's its maximum, and its lowest voltage will be down to 348 volts. So between 348 and 438 is its voltage range, with nominal described as 384. Now the voltage is important because the way that these are wired in parallel, you're not increasing the voltage the more batteries that you add. So each battery will be paralleled together into the inverter. Being a high voltage battery system, and such a high voltage battery system being a 400 volt battery to generalize, it means that at its recommended 15 amps charge discharge, you're going to be able to achieve 5.7 kilowatts of power from this unit, but it can operate and be set up to 30 amps, which will give you over 11.5 kilowatt hours. So even if you've got a large K-series inverter, they go right up to 10.5 kilowatt hours. You could set this battery to go up to 30 amps, and then you'd be maxing out your inverter being the limiting factor. But they do say on their data sheet that these are ideally set to 15 amps. Now it can boost to 65 amps for 60 seconds for those high discharge events where everything turns on at the same time for a brief period. They claim over 95% round trip efficiency, and that is a full charge, full discharge, and then they calculate the efficiency and the internal resistance of the pack. So this is a high performance, high efficiency battery system. The enclosure is metal. Probably a combination of the battery cells and the metal enclosure equals such a heavy weight of the unit. It uses exactly the same connections as any other Fox battery, although with this model they include the IP rated outdoor cables with it, but the high voltage cables are just like you'd see on any other Fox battery. So if you're an installer and you're switching from another Fox battery system, you'll understand exactly what to do with this. It's plug and play in the same way that the previous batteries were. Now if you add 4 of these together, it is over 46 kilowatt hours of storage, which at the time of recording, I believe that is the largest storage you can have on a single inverter without going down the 3-phase route and having multiple CG6 battery setups on, say, a 3-phase H3 Pro. So if you're single phase using a H series inverter, a K series inverter, etc., you can go right from one module, 11.5 kilowatt hours, right up to 46 kilowatt hours, and then actually it's 46.08 kilowatt hours is exactly it. So a lot of storage, and of course all the modern inverters support the parallel feature as well. So you can max out one inverter with 4 batteries, then you can add a second inverter and have up to another 4 batteries, and you can keep going technically up to 10 inverters, but you will probably find that you don't have the grid supply to support anything above 2 inverters, 3 at maximum. We're starting to see a few installations with 3 inverters. So yeah, a very heavy but smart looking battery module that is high performing and has all the latest safety equipment. It's an LFP cell, so the lithium iron phosphate cell, so a very kind of inert chemistry, safest chemistry that's being used today in house batteries. What else anything else I've missed? Yeah, warming function. Yeah, it being heavy, depth of discharge, floor wall mounting. Yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself now, but this is a unit, very impressive. I'll take some pictures and also edit those into the footage as I'm talking. But yeah, really smart unit. It's nice to see how Fox continue to innovate on top of their existing platform. One last thing to note is that if you already have an EP battery setup, such as an EP5 or an EP11, they were quite common over the last sort of 2-3 years. You can actually match them to this unit. Now, these white units, the Plus models, they come in two varieties right now. They come in an EP6 Plus, I want to say, and an EP12 Plus. But you can match those to the EP batteries of the previous generation. So the EP5 matches with the EP6 Plus and is compatible, and the EP11 matches with the EP12. There is a really good document that's been put together by Fox. Craig from Fox has put a tech article out, and it goes in great detail as to the compatibility and what to look out for. If you've got a heated model EP battery existing, then you can also retain the heating function if you go for a heated model of the EP12 Plus or the EP6 Plus. So you can mix and match heating with non-heated, but you lose all heating functionality. So if I was to add this module to an existing EP11 non-heated customer, and we expanded with an additional EP12 Plus, this would lose its heating capability, because everything in the installation has to either be heated or not be heated. You can't mix them from a compatibility perspective. You'll just lose the heating functionality, but the battery will still work as a storage device. I'll link the tech article, which explains it far better than I just did. But the fact that these are backwards compatible with the previous generation is really important for existing customers that have made an investment in their battery system, and they may want to scale it a year or two after its initial installation and find that that model they had installed is no longer available, but this one is compatible. And it's the same for the EQ range. So Fox released the EQ range of batteries to replace what was called the ECS, or the cubes. Those EQ batteries also have a compatibility matrix, so you can often add the latest model with the older models as well, as long as you keep the same battery type, the same battery voltage, etc. So I'm really pleased that Fox are sort of honouring customer investments and commitments by making products that scale and that are backwards compatible. So yeah, impressive unit. Can't wait to get it all mounted up and connected in the next few days and start to look at its performance data and see where we go from there. But yeah, this is the EP12 Plus to give you a better idea about what this product is. Thanks for watching.